Surveys have shown that about 80% of those in the business world editing for grammar and punctuation issues tend to say grrr a lot during that process. Why do so many people struggle with rules of grammar and punctuation? I think it's because they had a teacher I fondly refer to as Ms. Bonebreaker, who either drilled all the rules of grammar and punctuation into their reluctant heads, along with all of the exceptions before they even learned the rules, or they had a Ms. Bonebreaker who loved literature instead and never even mentioned grammar and punctuation. So I think that's why many folks feel rather uncomfortable when having to edit a document. This program is designed to help you say grrr a lot less as you try to get out the grammar glitches and punctuation pitfalls in your writing. Now will you please turn to page 2 in your workbook, where we are going to review the 8 parts of speech. You may be having images now of Ms. Bonebreaker requiring you to diagram sentences. Well, relax. We will not be diagramming any sentences. But I will be reviewing with you now definitions of the 8 parts of speech, as well as giving you some writing tips to help you use them in the best way to have a document with the greatest impact for your audience. Our next part of speech in your workbook on page 4 is the preposition. In all my years of teaching and training, I have yet to find a good definition of a preposition. But basically, prepositions help you show relationships in your sentences like, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Now, let me caution you a few items relating to grammar and prepositions. Oftentimes, folks will not have grammar problems with prepositions. They will instead have stylistic issues. The first stylistic issue is how many prepositional phrases you decide to string together in a sentence. If you include too many, your sentence gets an almost galloping horse rhythm as you read it aloud, like, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Not exactly the rhythm you want to your documents. Also, in Professional Writing Skills at a Glance, I shared with you that readers can comfortably handle 16 words per sentence on average. If you include too many prepositional phrases in any given sentence, as it's very easy to do, and especially in technical documents, your sentences tend to grow way beyond 16 words. Conjunctions are our next part of speech. And at this point in the workshops that I do, somebody usually starts humming or singing under his or her breath, conjunction, junction, what's your function? Yep, those great Saturday morning cartoons with those great visual images of lots of railroad cars being linked together, because that's what conjunctions do. They connect. Again, I caution you against overusing our most popular conjunction, which is and. When you use the word and to string together too many concepts in a sentence, again, the sentence gets too long and repetitious. Plus, it requires work on the part of your reader to have your reader almost have to diagram your sentences for you to see what and what you've linked with what and the other thing, and then what somebody else may be doing, and then something else comes into the picture along with that. One of the worst sentences I've seen in a writing sample used the word and 7 times in one sentence, and as a reader you'd need fingers and toes to keep all of the thoughts logically organized. Roman numeral 4 represents road signs, requiring your readers to yield and merge information. Please read the rules and punctuate the exercise on page 16, inserting the appropriate punctuation marks where necessary. Stop the program, and then we'll share the answers together. Now, pat yourself on the back and reward yourself with a piece of candy. I give those out in seminars when people get answers to exceptionally tricky questions, and B1 works like that. That deals with apostrophes, showing ownership. You needed 4 apostrophes in B1, so congratulate yourself if you figured that out. Now, where do they go? Before or after the S's? Here's the correct answer. Our phone operators' S apostrophe attitudes were different towards men's apostrophe S complaints about a computer's apostrophe S error than women's apostrophe S.